live. I'm your host, Nathan Oakley, and if you are new to this channel, or you've not done so already, then be sure to subscribe. Hit the bell notification icon and join button if you'd like to become a Nathan Oakley 1980 channel member and keep up to date with the Flat Earth debate. If you would like to support the channel, there is a super chat that runs alongside each of these shows while they are live, and there's also a coffee, Patreon, crypto and thanks button in the info box below the video. Most importantly, if you'd like to join the discussion, simply mute the page you are currently watching, then click the link in the info box below this video to join the panel and express your views on the nature of Earth. If you do join, please don't swear. If you do, you'll be ejected, and if you are, please don't try to rejoin the stream using sock accounts. You'll be warmly welcome back on the next stream. Please also share the show on social media. Sharing the show obviously increases the live audience, but this in turn increases the chances of a more diverse panel, so please share the show on Facebook and X. Now we are joined by Refracted Curvature, Neil, Click OK, Sensual Goat, Eli, and a whole bunch of people in the Flat Earth 24/7 Politics Discord server. So, welcome one and all.
Bonjour.
Hello. Morning, Pew. Welcome.
Howdy.
Howdy, how's it all going? I'm on maybe 80% form today. Toothache subsided a little bit, which I'm very delighted about. But if I do sound a little bit drunk, I'm not, I assure you. Nevertheless, we're in politics, as I said in the intro, so hopefully there's a few questions that we might have lined up for the live show over the next hour or so. We shall see if there's long, protracted silences, as there may well be, on a foreign server, one that is not our server, so to speak. We are guests here today, so I would ask my own panel to be polite. I have already in the pre-show. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. Please share the show if you've not done so already. AJ, is there anybody actually waiting in the wings to ask anything?
No, not at the moment.
Fair enough, there's a whole bunch of you. I'm sure that situation will change. If you're one of the members, you'll know there was a couple of people in the Flat Earth debate pre-show asking questions like, do you believe Earth is flat? After having prolonged explanations from AJ about how the Globe Believer is debating about how Earth isn't flat with flat Earth measurements, which is just irritating to me now. Like, don't do that. If you want to believe you're on a globe, you're entitled to your belief, but don't utilise flat Earth measurements to assert your belief. Worse still, assert that it's not flat because you've measured it flat. And when you're measuring it flat, it can't do X, Y, Z. When measuring it flat, therefore it's not flat. No, you're just measuring it flat. Everybody does. It's always been that way. It's not really that big of a deal. Nothing's going to change. The world's not going to unfold. It was always measured flat. It always will be measured flat because Earth is flat. Hope that clears something up if you're watching and you're new to the stream. Please share the show.
Yeah, it was another example of a glober who doesn't read their own citations, who read the first couple of paragraphs that mentioned a spherical triangle. But when she read further into the document, it said they only used plane triangles adding up to 180 degrees. The last line of the document says that in his measurements, he in fact did not use any spherical triangles. And further to that, his measurements were all counted as useless and were disregarded.
And then you were asked if you believe the Earth is flat. I don't even hear it in one ear and out the other. Very amusing. Shout out to Sensual Goat, gifted 10 memberships. Thank you very much for the support. And also, welcome to Mickey Mess Studios, who joined as a penguin. 11 new members in so many seconds. Fantastic. And welcome to all of you who joined as a member. Go ahead, whoever that was.
So,
Lucius, right?
hey man,
How's it going? Very well.
dealing with globers in every part of this server every day.
I would hope so. The majority of the world still believe they're on a globe, don't they? So that would make sense.
They think it's all round like their heads.
I don't know, my head's kind of square.
What were you saying earlier, Lucius, about a disc with an edge or something?
Oh, just say it, look outside, look out your window. Just honestly get on about and look out a peek and just show me where it bends. Show me with your eyes, or Just even show me with math, even just something, some form of reality.
That's their trick. They just want to show you something useless and assert that it proves Earth curve. There's no practical application for any of their assertions when they're trying to instill a belief into people. Like what we deal with when we talk about flat Earth measurements are things that are actually practically applied. They have a use, unlike globe claimants. So us taking the contrapositive stance that we will have to defend why there isn't curve, like even if you did, having no curve has no practical use either. Measuring Earth flat has an infinite number of uses.
Do you know? Someone tried to explain it to me by saying like, you know what they did? They grabbed a bucket with water in it and they swung it around like around their arm in a circle, and they said that's how the water on the Earth doesn't like come off.
Oh,
Because
lovely.
it's held in like
That's
that,
completely
and they in motion.
not a,
You know,
that's
like
you couldn't even tell that that's an analogy because the premise that the Earth is a globe and it's demonstrating that hasn't been proven in the first place. But to what you were saying, Nathan,
the waves, the
if that's
waves, like
I was 1 second.
it would be crazy.
That
Go on, Eli.
analogy is not correct because
You guys hear
when
me
you
talking?
spin the bucket, the water is inside the bucket. It's not the same as claiming that the water is outside the globe, because you can't do that same thing with the water is just on the surface of the bucket from the outside.
Yeah, they
like
were
in the
showing me
pool
that it
globe.
doesn't spill. Like, look how it's in
But
the
did you
bucket
guys
still
just
as they
hear my
swing it over their
response as I
shoulder.
also
They did, Eli. I know you had something ancillary
And they
to
were-
add to that, but bear with me just 1 second, gentlemen, in Discord. So your first response was sufficient, though, Witsit. What did I call you, Witsit? Eli. Your first response was sufficient, which is to say, when you point out that they haven't proven the first primary part of the claim that the Earth is a ball flying through a sky vacuum, that's it. That's game over. But the Discord server heard that and went, yeah, and then carried on, but you had a further point. So do you want to add your further point? Sorry to cut you off in Discord. Eli did have something else he actually wanted to add. He got the point so he wouldn't get bashed by me for telling him, no. They haven't proved their first instance claim. Who cares what water does on a spinning ball based on a bucket spinning around
show
your
me
head?
what it. Yeah, we're in a spinning bucket.
So the second point was, if I can remember, it was something that you were saying. It's something that I noticed. Even when we present just measurements, the ballers try to take it into some impractical use case, like they'll try to do trigonometry on the sky or something like that and say, okay, well, how do you get 60 nautical miles per degree or whatever? And I'm like, but are you doing celestial navigation at this point? No, you're not. When we're talking about it, we're talking about something people actually do every day.
Yeah.
And that's the major difference.
Yeah, practical uses, exactly. Our measurements are practically applied. Earth curve, rotation, gravity. None of these things are a practical application. Okay.
Can you take a
So you
measurement
try-
and show us the practical application?
One more time.
Oh God. So they're asking you to prove their circle theory, like.
I don't know what I'm being asked.
I don't think that's what he asked.
I don't really know either, really.
John, you're causing horrendous feedback in G+.
Sorry.
What's the question being asked?
Can you take a measurement and show us it in a practical application?
Rob Noxious, why are you here?
I watch your show every day. I enjoy your shows, Nathan.
Okay. Okay, we won't get into this now. Yeah, it's called celestial navigation. Do you deny latitude?
I didn't ask what it was called. I said, can you do it?
Could I do it if push came to shove? Yeah, I would hope so. I'd hope that me measuring a flat Earth would mean that I could save lives at sea. If push came to shove, I'd hope I had enough knowledge to put the tools to use so that I didn't die. I would hope so. Yes. Meanwhile, that process, used daily by others and has saved many lives at sea and expanded the territories, is utilising flat Earth measurements. Obnoxious.
I disagree, and I believe the people who you're talking about would disagree with
I don't care what you believe. If you disagree, define an elevation angle measurement, which is what's used in celestial navigation.
Or maybe a group in human history who was like, oh, we got to go circle the world or something. Like, find me those Vikings.
That's all good. The process is well defined, and in order to follow this process, which measures Earth flat, you need to measure elevation angles. So let's have a definition, if he disagrees. Appealing to what other people would believe, I don't care. Just define it. I've got 20, by the way. They all say Earth's flat. Are we done here? Can I make my conclusion in this stony silence? Or will it get rumpused?
I'm good. I'm just sitting back and having one question. I'm not trying to start no trouble.
No, you're being asked to define. You disagreed with me. I say you measure elevation angles.
Oh, I didn't even know you were posing a question. My question just was to you.
No, you disagreed.
Can you take a measurement and show us practical uses? That's where we started at.
Yeah, and then I told you elevation angles. Yeah, I got that. Yeah, then you disagreed that elevation angle measurements would be with respect to a flat Earth. You disagreed and said others would disagree. I said, okay, so let's define what's being measured then in celestial navigation. That's elevation angles. And we're at the point where you, the one challenging me, are at the point where you aren't defining
okay, let's do that then, Nathan. Let's do that then. Let's take celestial navigation. If I'm in the north above the equator.
No.
And I'm using the.
No. Let's define what an elevation angle is for the third time.
Yeah. It's all good.
So did you just swear at me? Did he just swear at me? Did he just swear at me under his breath? Did he just swear at me under his breath?
No, I did not swear at nobody.
You can't. No, you did, because that's all you can do.
I said I'm going to stay calm. I did not. Don't
did you swear at me under your breath? Did you or did you not swear at me under your breath?
No, I did not. No, I did not.
So when I go back to the recording,
no, I did not.
I'm giving you a third chance, Rob Noxious. You're talking through me whilst telling me you won't be disruptive. If I go listen to that recording and I hear the F word,
Nathan,
you won't ever talk to me again.
Nathan, sorry, that was someone else that butted in over the top.
Fair enough.
That was Lucius.
Take it back, Rob. My bad. Just so you know.
No problem, Nathan.
Not in the best of form. I'm a little bit ill. So you might just find I've got a very short temper. My bad. In any event,
it's okay. I understand.
Nice that we've put some distance between now what will be the fourth rendition of you challenging me based on angles off a flat Earth for navigation. You say many would disagree. I disregarded that out of hand. Who cares? And then ask you, who disagreed, to cite it fourth time.
Nathan, I want to kiss you.
When I say metaphorically I'm a whore, it means I would be paid to do debates. This is not a kissing booth, but thank you. I understand the sentiment.
I'm not going to pay you, bro. I'll take you out to dinner first, of course.
I love you carried on the metaphor. Very good. So we're going to cite it, Rob. You disagree, right?
Yeah, again, you're just trying to control the topic. I came in asking you a question. So how did it turn into you asking me a question? You never
because you disagreed when asked for measurements. I gave you elevation angles and celestial navigation. Now you're talking through my response, it would seem. Yeah, I'm telling you why you'd be getting asked a question, because you disagreed when I answered you. I answered you with celestial navigation. Latitude, I said. Do you deny it, I asked. That hasn't been answered. Now, meanwhile, you, when disagreeing, that's a pause for thought, not a question of you. The question's been asked and will be asked now for the fifth time. Do you have a citation to disagree with my flat Earth measurement of elevation angle or not? Fifth time.
Absolutely. Absolutely. There's no one, you never find nobody that says they measure flat Earth, ever. It doesn't.
So I didn't ask what they don't do. Why is he telling the audience what citations will and won't do? Do you not know what you've got to do now? You've got to dig out a citation that says, no, it's not flat when we measure these angles off a flat Earth, because you're disagreeing and you need some citation for elevation angle that backs your disagreement with my answer to your frigging question.
I know, and I'm trying to provide it to you.
Well, I think we've had enough time. I think we can conclude that you're not going to manage it. I also mentioned I've got 20 of them. So when you're done procrastinating, you could just say, no, I haven't got what you've asked to back you disagreeing with me, Rob. You haven't got it then. So your disagreement was baseless then.
We have everything you want and more, dude.
So your disagreement was baseless then?
No, you're listen.
So you've got a citation then. It's not baseless, so he's got a citation. Is this going to drag out indefinitely with his asshole prick talking through me and he's lost? He's disagreed. He's not going to give me a concession. No, he hasn't got a citation. I disagree with your flat Earth measurement in the form of elevation angle. We'll cite something that disagrees with it and shows it's not flat. That's 6 times. We're going to get that. No, we are not. We're going to get the usual Rob Noxious prick treatment, where he rumpuses and puts some distance between his failure and me reading out one of 20 citations that makes it abundantly clear that you are measuring Earth flat when you take an elevation angle measurement in celestial navigation. My practically applied measurement I was asked for. And when it comes to me asking for the reason I'd be disagreed with in answering, I get this from a prick. This is why I don't like you, Rob. You're a prick. Yeah? You're not conciliatory in any form. You're a prick. You'll happily let me ask you the same question because you've disagreed. 6 times. You don't just say, no, I've got Jack. I had no reason to disagree. My disagreement was baseless. It's because it disagrees with my fundy sphere belief. Not because you're wrong. I'm disagreeing with you because I don't have a sphere belief to retain in the face of this flat Earth measurement, so I'll just disagree with you. No, that makes you a prick with a fundy sphere belief who cannot concede. In fact, you'll lie about having a disagreement and appeal to others. Who are these others that you lied about disagreeing with me? You have some appeal to some random strangers that aren't you. You're disagreeing and you've got no reason to. Me, I've got citations that make it explicitly clear that angle measurements will only and can only be taken from a flat Earth. Quote, the altitude angle, sometimes referred to as solar elevation angle, describes how high the sun appears in the sky. The angle is measured between an imaginary line between the observer and the sun and the horizontal plane the observer is standing on. End quote. Sustainable by design. Altitude angle. That's 1. Now, when I'm told I'm wrong by a prick, that would be Rob Noxious, an abusive prick who sends sweary messages via my messaging services, my private messaging services. Yeah? I get sweary, obnoxious messages from him. This prick, zealot, globe believer who chooses to disagree with me and appeal to a consensus that is imagineered. No, prick. You've got no right to disagree just because you fancy disagreeing. In reality, your globe's dead. It only was in your imagination because of the flat Earth measurements that created it. You disagreeing won't change those facts. Now, sod off. Never want to talk to you ever again. You abusive prick. Don't swear at me on personal messages and come and rumpus me when I answer you and you feel the need to disagree with no justifiable reason for doing so. So get lost. You're just a prick.
Nathan, I'm not sure if you're aware, but Rob's known to have been a stalker to Bro Sanchez for quite a few months before he moved on to you. And I've personally walked in on him in his little Globe Gem Panda channel, talking about how he hates flat earthers and he's made it his mission to troll them. So just making sure you're aware of who you're dealing with.
What, criminals? Yeah, I know. Yeah, you could get locked up for it, Rock Noxious. That's behaviour that's beyond the pale. So get lost.
Minorities. Get them out of here. Fucking minorities.
Stalkers. zealots that have come into an arena that shows how they've been lied to. And what do they want to do to the people exposing their lies? Oh, well, they want to shut them down because they want to be subservient cucks to the lie that they've been told. How
Jesus
unbelievably
Christ, get laid,
pathetic.
Get laid.
If they could at least come with an argument, at least.
Well, we've got Omnivore in the chat who's claiming that elevation is a good topic for showing the spherical Earth. Maybe he can tell us how.
Elevation is a height
So
with
how-
respect to
how-
sea level.
You're familiar with what a datum is, I guess. Oakley, although I know Oakley will say he does. I don't know if he actually does.
What a datum.
Yep. So when you're doing surveying and you want to know what your elevation is, generally that is done by measuring it from a standard, a datum, which is often WSG 84, and that is a ellipsoid. So yeah, if you're going to talk about elevations, you should probably here we go. This is a good picture of it. I'll put it in chat. You should probably understand what what people are using when they're measuring them and what shape it is.
Could you define what the word elevation means, please?
Distance above mean sea level.
See what now?
The distance above mean sea level.
Welcome to Flat Earth.
Yeah, you think so, but if that were true, you'd be able to get one step further than you can when doing a 3-star fix. Okay? You can draw your little triangles, which is not how it works, but you can draw them, and you can draw the circles under the triangle, Oakley. But you can't actually get a fix, can you? You've tried, and you know it doesn't work.
Sorry, was there something else? Welcome to Flat Earth was my response. Your height
Yeah, I
is...
know.
And there's me
Welcome
talking
to
with
Flat
you
Earth.
talking
It's
through my
only
response. It
because
seems I've talked, and he started talking again. What a shock.
Yeah.
It seems like my response
Go
doesn't
ahead.
want to be heard. I've welcomed you to
ahead.
Flat
Yeah.
Earth, and now he
Give
doesn't want to
us
stop
3-star fix
talking.
and
He
find
doesn't
your
want to
location.
hear the
Okay.
devastating end of his argument that used Flat Earth measurements with respect to sea level. Well, you'll need a sea level to measure height from. That's what height is, elevation. The height with respect to level. That's having no part higher or lower than another. That's not curving. So welcome to Flat Earth. You'll need a flat Earth for this. Height. Elevation. Above a level. That's a flat Earth, mate. There's no other questions beyond that other than me welcoming you to Flat Earth. So welcome to Flat Earth. You'll need a flat Earth for that. Sea level. Now, we won't go past this point until you square that circle. So sea level, you say? Welcome to Flat Earth is my response.
Water isn't leveled, though.
Sorry, did I just hear someone tell me that level isn't level?
No, Sad Bart said that water isn't level.
Sorry, we're talking about a measurement with respect to it, and it's defined by my opponent as sea level. I think that's pretty much the end of his argument then, because he'll need a flat Earth for that. He didn't address it. He told me about getting a fix. I completely ignored it
Okay,
because it was
so
irrelevant,
I
and I'm
noticed
still
it's like
talking, and he's now
having
yammering
keep
through me.
doing that, and
Obviously, a response is required in the middle of my summary that he completely ignored the first time and chanted through that time too. You didn't seem to respond to what I actually put to you in response. Now, the attempted subversion about acquiring a fix was entirely ignoring my rebuttal now, wasn't it? My rebuttal was to welcome you to Flat Earth based on the flat Earth you will require in the form of sea level. That's all I want to hear a response to. Doesn't look like I'm going to get one, though. So I'll conclude. We'll be measuring Earth flat for elevations. Elevations are a flat Earth prerequisite. You must have a flat Earth to get them. It's in the name of it. Sea level.
So that's all bullshit. I'm sorry. None of that works.
That's a hand wave
you're
dismissal fallacy. Excuse me, I'm not going to be told with a swear word that that's all bullshit. No, I'm not going to be swore at with a hand wave dismissal. No. Sea level is what you used in your claim. So to tell me that what I've parroted back to you is bullshit, I'm not going to take it. I'm just going to exclude that shite.
So I'll
No,
again.
you
Okay,
used
I'll
it.
see how
No,
far I
telling
get
me it's
before
bullshit is
the,
why I've interrupted you. That's called a hand wave dismissal fallacy. No, it's not bullshit. You used those words, not me. So your words were bullshit when you said sea level. Well, don't use bullshit words next time. Meanwhile, we do use sea level. It's level. It's a flat Earth prerequisite. Welcome to flat Earth.
I'll try again. Let's see how far I can get before he spurgs out. So Oakley has a presupposition that level must mean flat. That is his. That is his. That is his presupposition. All right, and we know because of all of the evidence that we have around sea level that that is not true. So it is just a religious belief he has that sea level must be some kind of perfectly flat plane. And
projection.
Okay, instead of just
sea level isn't level.
Sorry, I'm just talking to this one dude. Everybody else who's trying to help, thank you very much. I don't need any help. Thank you. So you're saying,
Nathan, because I'm not going to. Sorry, I'm just going to mute him because I'm just not going to sit here and listen to what he's spruiking. Yeah?
I'm agnostic. How is it a religious belief? To be honest, how?
Be what? Sorry.
He tried to argue that it's a religious belief. I'm just asking Omnivore how is it a religious belief?
Hold on, we've got contrast of opinions. We've got a new player that wants to take part in the debate that I was currently taking part in until AJ decided that.
Sorry, I'll step back.
So,
well, Omnivore just hasn't answered the question. All he's done is spoken about what Nathan believes and continues just to speak about what Nathan believes. I don't care what Nathan believes. He stated facts.
Omnivore's a coward.
But we're measuring Earth flat with sea level.
So
he's saying
the answer is we know from, for example, the practice of geodetic surveying that level is actually curved. I can put some pictures from older surveying books. You can use modern ones too, but older surveying books into the chat. I can flood the chat with them if you want to try, and you'll see that they have a level line that shows a curve, which is mean sea level. It's marked level. It is curved. And that is
I got you. I got you. I heard. Thank you. Thank you. Will you stop at some point? Will you stop?
Somebody's getting real
Are you going to stop at some point? Can I answer him?
I mean, that's one piece.
Is he just going to keep yammering, or am I going to get to respond to him? I heard you. Level isn't level. Okay, I heard you. Okay, is there any evidence that you can acquire an elevation angle from a curved baseline in that case?
Level's not level. He understands. Can you achieve, or how do you obtain an elevation angle from a curved baseline?
So the way that you obtain an elevation angle from a curved baseline is to establish a tangent line. That is what your theodolite does.
That's to, not from. Stop.
And
Stop.
far more
Stop.
precise than a
Stop.
sextant,
Stop.
which Nathan Oakley
Stop.
does not.
Stop. That's to a sphere, not from. We are measuring from the surface, not to a tangent. I asked if you could get an elevation angle from a curved baseline, not to a presupposed tangent point. So you obviously didn't hear the question. I'll repeat it, hopefully without interruption, because you didn't understand. You assumed incorrectly because you didn't listen. I was asking if you can draw tangents to spheres. No. I asked how you would measure an elevation angle from a curved baseline. Try again.
So I just put a picture in there. I'll put some more in
Non-responsive. I don't want to know what you've posted. I don't want to know about what you've posted.
The idea that you have to.
I have asked a question. I will ask it a third time. This is non-responsive. How do you measure an elevation angle from a curved baseline?
So, if we have a geodetic surveyor.
Non-responsive. I'm not asking about geodesic surveying. I'm asking about elevation angle measurement. We started with sea level and height. Now we're on to elevation angle. That's elevation. Like height? Well, we're talking about measurements with respect to the surface. It's the third time he's dodged the question. I'll answer it because he's dodged it 3 times. You cannot measure an angle. That's 2 straight lines, one of which is with respect to their surface. If it is bent, it is not an elevation angle. You cannot measure an elevation angle from a curved baseline. Earth is measured flat. Like for heights above sea level, level is flat. It would defy elevation angles to comport with your stupid assertion that it's curving. No, that would violate the measurements for elevation, sir. You are wrong. Earth is measured flat in conclusion. We measure elevation angles and elevation. Like this numpty has started to assert that that somehow has some sphericity attached. It doesn't. We're measuring a flat baseline. In all instances, it's labelled sea level in his first example, and now we've got elevation angles, specifically. Datums, we're going to be talking about flat reference planes. Next. Earth's measured flat. Anybody on the panel got anything to add to that string of nonsense?
Yeah, I can add.
Yeah.
AJ, then Eli.
Well, he's invoking geodetic surveying, where they measure plane triangles in the first instance, horizontal, linear angles, and then they make a calculation to a presupposed ball to the WGS 84 model. Doesn't mean that they've shown any curvature yet. It's a calculation done after the fact, using flat Earth angle measurements and plane triangles.
Yeah, that moment when they measure it flat and they turn it to a sphere with the math.
Yes, calculating. Just one sec, whoever you are. Eli, go ahead.
He's coping.
I just I wanted to know, you want me to read some of these I guess AI generated Google elevation angle definitions, applications.
Sure.
Which
like
none account for curvature, none ever do. They went where?
I don't think he's listening because it's like I'm asking if you would like, and he just keeps talking.
No, I'm just saying.
Right, you're
Go ahead,
just
Eli.
saying versus listening to what I'm saying.
Go ahead, read
All
them
right.
out.
An elevation angle refers to the angle between a horizontal plane and the line of sight to an object that is positioned above the observer, essentially meaning the angle at which you look up to see something higher than you are. It's often used in contexts like surveying. Well, no, I'm going to stop there. Definition: the angle formed between a horizontal line and the line of sight to an object positioned above the horizontal plane. Application: used to calculate heights of objects like buildings or mountains when you know the distance to them and the angle of elevation. Related term: angle of depression is the opposite concept, referring to the angle when looking downward at an object below the horizontal line. Example: if you're standing on the ground and looking up at the top of a building, the angle between your line of sight to the top of the building and the horizontal ground level is the elevation angle.
Yeah, I mean, we can take these measurements and apply them to the WGS 84, can't we? And then numpties can tell us that means that we didn't measure it flat when we did measure it flat.
Absolute numpties.
I have a question for him.
But hold on, are we still talking to this omnivore guy or what? Do we want
Yeah,
the
you said,
painful...
is there any?
He's muted at the moment.
Well, can I?
Just stay muted. He's got
Is there
nothing
any
important to add to
question?
the conversation.
Would you like to
I
speak
got
to
a
him?
question from oh my God. I have a question from a statement that he made. Very simply. He said that the statement level equals flat is a religion. Can you unpack that non sequitur from the Black Lagoon, please?
That's what I asked earlier.
An absolute moron.
Just omnivore, please.
Wait,
Just
omnivore.
omnivore. Just omnivore.
Hey, you guys unmuted me. Somebody,
Non-responsive.
somebody find their balls.
Yeah, in your mouth.
So I saw a question in the chat about tides.
So nobody
right?
asked you this.
About why
You
it's
were asked a
mean
question,
sea level.
omnivore. It's automatically going to
turns
be
out
on
that sea
omnivore's
level-
agenda. No, omnivore. You were asked a question. You've been taken off mute to answer it. Now you either play ball or piss off. Do you want to answer the question that's been put to you? You're not going to take charge of the discussion. That's absolutely not going to happen, you disingenuous globe-believing zealot. Do you want to answer the question, omnivore? Do you want to take him off mute to see if he wants to answer QE's question about flat being a religion or not? Clearly not omnivore. Only your omnivore agenda.
Yeah, I'm here.
Go ahead, QE.
Can
Ask
you
him again.
unpack for us how horizontal, level is a religion?
So the way that it's a religion is this. You have a presupposition. You know what that is? It's a foundational belief that is not based on evidence. It is based on belief. And the idea is that water must be
It's not true.
always
Incorrect.
is
It's just
flat
incorrect.
because it looks
It's just
flat.
incorrect.
That is a foundational
That's
belief
incorrect.
for which you don't actually
That's
have.
incorrect.
We heard you the first time, asshole. Do you want to shut up now? We've heard your baseless assertion.
It's incorrect. It's based on definition. Level from dictionary.com, having no part higher than another. Having a flat or even surface. From Cambridge, level. Not rising or falling or higher on one side, but even in all directions. Horizontal or flat. That's not a belief. It's a definition. You ignoramus.
So, just for the audience, Omni, is there any chance you could just, concede that you were wrong? Just to show that you're not a complete, pathetic, globe-believing cuck.
So, as we know from
This is non-responsive.
survey-
Telling me what we know is not
Me-
conceding that he was wrong. It's not a belief. It's not a religion. You were wrong, omnivore. It'd just be nice if you weren't a pathetic cuck, loser, asshole that decides to change the subject when you're wrong. Like, pathetic? Do you want to try and concede that you're wrong? It's not a religion. It's part of the definition. We're defining it. We've defined it. You were wrong. It's not a religion to say flat is level, horizontal. That's what it is. By definition, it's not a religion. You stupid idiot. Can you concede that now for us, you idiot? No, you can't concede it, Omni, so you're not going to be part of the conversation anymore because you're a wanker.
So, yeah, so
So-
that's why it's a religious belief.
No, it's not. We've just
It's a
taken
religious
apart why.
belief because
So he's
even
just
when
going to
you see
rinse and
evidence
repeat.
such-
Long, stony silence, then rinse and repeat that it's a religion. No, we've defined it. It's definitely not a religion. You just being a zealot chanting wanker in the face of defeat just shows the audience exactly what globe believers are prepared to do when they lose. Because they're losers. So what, you think chanting the same thing through us again is going to get the win? We've just defined it for you. Think a change of subject is going to change how utterly embarrassing it is for you, Omnivore, when you're wrong? You're just wrong. You're just stupid. This is you representing globe believers everywhere. Stupid. Like you. In the face of adversity and being wrong, you'll chant the same claim that's wrong. Wanker. Get lost. Go and be a globe, go and Gen Panda. So they can all suck on your teat of globe belief together.
I think he was projecting his ideas on us because it's just a belief that level is curved. Level not being flat, that's the belief. That's the religion that they got.
Yeah,
yeah, maybe I wouldn't go that far, but every time that we go to demonstrate like a level, right? It's the shortest distance between 2 points. It's a straight line, and that can be demonstrated and shown, and that's why it's defined that way. I guess he would have a belief that it would be a belief that it's not that. It's always been shown to be that.
I mean, that's stupid, though. I mean, in their own religious assertions of mathematics for Earth curve, surface level and eye level are both part of that mathematics. They're level, they're horizontal, and if you defy that and claim that, oh, it's on screen now for the audience, just in case you can't see, where it says surface level, that would be a flat Earth that's required for this mathematics of assertions that we've got a side view of Earth curve when deriving points below surface level that they label as horizon. But you still need surface level to be level to make this assertion. So when they say level isn't level, it's actually curving. Oh, well, that scuppers your earth curve maths. How are you going to reference something deviating from horizontal if level isn't level, like your math says? Yeah, level is level. You just need a flat earth to make earth curve assertions in fantasy land. You're measuring a flat earth to get those mathematical assertions of earth curve, and it is absolutely level and abides by the axiomatic principles of level. It's not curving. That's idiotic. But of course he'll tell me that believing that level is a religion. Well, why is it in your mathematics labelled on this diagram as surface level then?
Yeah, refracted curvature found that paradox and pointed out months ago.
Years ago. Bunk and debunk, man. He did it with puppets. Turned his kitchen into a sphere. It was nuts.
Is there? He's putting in chat. Is it possible that there's a shorter distance between two objects? Is there a shorter than a straight line distance? Is that something that's possible?
Who gives a crap? We measure Earth flat in geodesic surveying. They apply elevation angle measurements to stuff. In the WGS-84, he wanted to whistle past the Earth measurements and go straight to the WGS-84, and then say, no, axiomatic principles that are required in Earth curve maths, they're not real. No, we don't have level, that's curving. Oh, well, that buggers up everything in your entire worldview then. You need level to assert Earth curve in your religious belief. You need a flat Earth for that. And you want to defy the Earth that's flat that is required for your measurements to move forward and calculate them into sphericity. You want to deny those, do you? What an idiot. You know, we're offering advanced heliocentric understanding. We're telling you where your globe came from, how it's measured in the first instance, and all you can say is, no, well, those measurements can't be real. Those axioms don't hold true. Yeah, they do. It's how your globe's created. If you deny them, you're also denying the globe's creation. Not that it's real. It's only in existence in mathematics. But those maths require measurements of Earth, and that Earth measurement is flat, whether you like it or not. Next. Doesn't time fly when we're having fun? 100 people watching though. Woohoo! Please share the show. Smash the super chat to support this channel. Thank you very much for everyone who hit me up on PayPal yesterday. Fantastic this morning. I got a text from my bank telling me I'm overdrawn. It's first of the month. Beep, beep, 7 a.m. Oh, what's this? Barclays? What do you want? You are overdrawn. We'll be charging you 35%. You're like, oh no. All my moaning yesterday came true. But fortunately for me, people bailed me out and at least helped resolve the problem that caused me to be overdraft, which is sorting out headlights on our stupid car. So thank you ever so much to the people who sent me PayPals. My wife is well on the case. She's ordered a second set. So at least we'll have working headlights. Thank you very much if you supported me with cash. I am so grateful. Amazing how easy it is to resolve problems when there's just cash in front of you.
Are they still having trouble with the plane of reference that they're trying to disrespect?
They want to use it to tell other people that Earth isn't flat.
Well, the troubling thing is that in 2024, Baller's best argument on this panel this morning was that statement that level is flat as a religion. Are you kidding me? Is that all you got?
Oh, it's worse. Before it gets worse.
Level.
Ed, Eli?
At least they used to come out with some fake math or something before.
I just had that on screen. It requires a flat Earth also.
But see, what he's attempting to do is why I don't like what Whitsitt is doing, and why a lot of what a lot of people do is like he attempts to paint you in a certain light, and then when you press him on it, he's not giving you that justification, but he's going into something else. And it's like, okay, so level is flat as a religion, how so? And then he goes into something else. Well, first and foremost, level and flat are synonyms. Synonyms. Okay?
You try to be sexy?
So, I mean, it's ridiculous.
Trying to be sexy?
Nathan Oakley, are you Thunderfoot?
Am I Thunderfoot?
Are you Thunderfoot?
Yes, I am.
You are really?
No, of course I'm not.
You sound very much
Completely
like
different accent. Completely different.
It's definitely not the different accent.
Sign of a mental illness, bust ups.
No, bro.
Thunderfoot's
Trust me.
currently on a... I only know this because we covered one of his recent claim to be flat Earth debunking videos when he measured Earth flat with elevation angles. But I was
You
told
sound
after
like
the fact...
you sound like maybe a Discord version of Thunderfoot.
I mean, I could take that as a compliment, I suppose. He's got a PhD. People
He
look
shouldn't, but yeah.
I wouldn't.
He's got a PhD, yeah.
We call him a
funny.
clown.
No offense. I look, no offense at all.
We get another baller in here with their dumbass baller claims. Do they have any scientific evidence?
It's not a fucking baller. Shut the fuck up.
No
I'm just
swearing.
Saying, he sounds
swearing.
Like
no need. No, you sound like all the other Kiwis.
I think Bust Up's a baller anyway.
Yeah.
Bust Up
Is there
a baller.
any scientific
baller.
evidence?
I'm a big baller. I got 2 big ballers between my legs. Yeah.
Ignorant glober.
No need.
Who's a glober? I'm just guys, relax. I just said he sounded like Thunderfoot.
Yeah, we heard it 6 times. We got it. That's amazing. Astonishing. Now, is there any baltards in here that want to provide scientific evidence for their globetard?
They never have any scientific evidence. They just have they argue. That's all they can do.
Thanks for the color commentary. I'm just asking. There should be a few baltards in here. They're just very simply. Do you have any scientific evidence for a globetard? And if you do, let's hear it.
Come on, you can get it. I know you can get it.
Omnivore says he has tons.
No, he's already been here. And he's already been here. He offered geodesic surveying, and we took it to the woodshed.
Is he the level equals flat as a religion guy?
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
Rinse and repeat. We define it. He says, yeah, so that's why it's a religion.
Level being flat is a religion now.
Yeah. And when we ask him why he justifies that he can't, we define it and prove that it's not. And then he says, in the face of us proving why it's not, more importantly, QE, proving it's not, by definition, the reason it's not a religion, his answer to that is, yeah, that's why it's a religion.
Yeah, I got it. Thanks. I got it the first time. So are you going to let him speak? So he can provide we just want his single best scientific evidence for a globetard. That's it. Just one.
We can try. Omnivore. The single one best evidence. Scientific evidence. We live on a globetard.
Sure. It is measurements taken of a theodolite.
That's maths. That's maths. That's maths.
No, it's Omnivore's cope.
It's maths. Measurements aren't science.
So we need the observed natural phenomena, the dependent variable first.
How long are you going to give me?
Omni, you don't know what science is.
I can show you my evidence. I can walk you through it. I can even educate Nathan Oakley about it.
No, Dumbo, we just told you that's not science. Did you not listen to what we told you when you offered us measurements like a complete dumbass? You're still talking, you stupid idiot. That's maths. Idiot. You were asked for science. You obviously don't know what science is, and you're telling me what you can tell me. First attempt, total fail. That's maths, dumbass.
So I would say that celestial navigation is
maths.
Probably...
What, measuring stuff? That's not science, you complete idiot. That's 3 times. Are you deaf? Are you deaf?
So, I see that old Hoss thinks I'm mumbling. So no, I'm not old horse. I'm sorry.
You stupid idiot.
What I'm gonna
You have
do-
not
I-
offered
well,
science,
what I can do
idiot.
is I can explain.
You are an idiot, omnivore. You haven't offered science when asked for it.
It's a category error, omnivore.
Thicko.
This is a straight copium, man, into my veins.
It's ad hom.
The pure stuff.
Ad hom, dickhead. You don't know what science is.
So, what makes
Omnivore,
you
you're an
think it's a
idiot. You don't know what science is. You offered maths when asked for science. Do you want to acknowledge how stupid you are for offering maths?
Who was that?
Idiot. I'm talking to you, omnivore, the one you said you could address. No, I'm addressing you for your stupidity. And you seem to be chanting through me addressing you. When you offered maths, you're chanting through the defeat. You offered maths when asked for science. It's been 5 times, omnivore. Do you think if you just cause audio chaos while I point out how wrong you were, it'll overcome that fact? It's only moderation by the server operators that will succumb to your chanting through me, omnivore. You've had to be server muted because you don't seem to want to accept the defeat. When asked for science, you offered maths. Now I'm calling you an idiot, omnivore. Would you like to address that, idiot?
So I was asked for the best proof that I had, and
no, you are not. No, you are not. You're a liar.
yeah.
He's deaf.
Scientific
I
evidence.
asked if he was deaf.
So,
He's deaf.
measurements.
He's obviously deaf. No, you are not. 3 people, me, QE, and AJ, all used the word science in the question. So he's got to lie. No, I wasn't asked for a really specific standard. Liar. No, you're thick, deaf, and a liar. So, dum-dum, let's give him the benefit of the doubt as he starts talking through the repetition of that which he couldn't hear because he's deaf. What's your best scientific evidence, given that you didn't hear and offered the incorrect answer to that, omnivore, you idiot? Do you have any scientific evidence for the globe-tard religion that you've got? What's your best scientific evidence, omnivore? You want to try again?
So celestial navigation is based on the principle.
No, then shut up.
God. Oh my God. Those are angles and it's a measurement, calculations, geometry, and math. That doesn't have nothing to do with science.
The people around you are pointing out how stupid you are, Omni. Everybody here knows how dumb you are. No, ain't gonna cut it. No, I'll just carry on with my measurements that are flat. What, elevation angles? They're flat Earth measurements. Definitely not proving a globe scientifically. Not only a category error, a flat Earth measurement that definitely isn't science that you're offering. What are you doing? Did I not already tell you not to use flat Earth measurements? I'm pretty sure I made that demand of you already, Omni, you disrespectful prick.
Yeah, it's a fail as soon as you try and answer that question.
1000% category error. You are measuring angles. You are doing math and geometry. It does have nothing to do with science. There's an effect in the natural world.
Don't tell him that.
Yeah, don't give away
them
the right
figure
answer.
that out.
You're stealing QE's magic trick if you give him the right answer. Or tell him category error and why they should have said that as the answer. It's just ruining the trick.
Yeah, but I started to have pity on him, because it was so sad. Just rambling like that, yeah.
You are absolutely correct. Don't get us wrong. You know, we're guests here, so typically everyone's in on it. Go on, chocolate.
Sorry, man. I just wanted to say it's one of those, let them figure that out, right? Because again, remember, these were the guys that tell us science proves everything years ago, right? So they should obviously have a good idea what science is. Being asked if they have any scientific evidence for their globe-tard should be pretty easy to sum up real quick. But they don't, and they can't. And it's a shame. And a hint to you globers out there, You know how you create more flat earthers? Just keep talking the way you are now.
There's only one correct answer to QE's question. One and only one answer is correct. It does have a correct answer. Ask the question again, QE. I'm not going to answer it.
Do you have any scientific evidence for your globetard?
You're in the YouTube chat, because the people in Discord maybe aren't watching. Just type in chat. If you know the one and only one correct answer to that, just type it in chat. I'll just be intrigued to know if the audience knows.
The way that you can tell.
Can I answer that? When they are done with them, ask me to answer if you want the answer. I know the answer.
Go ahead and answer, Necros.
Go on then. What's the right answer?
The answer is that the question was wrong.
Correct.
So science doesn't study shapes.
Spot on. Malformed question.
And the geometry of the objects. So that the question was have to be related to geometry and measurements, not science. Study of cause and effect in the natural realm.
So can you provide a citation of that?
10 points to Omnivore, who wasn't being asked or discussed this with. Omnivore was asked and didn't give that answer, but Omnivore's decided it's his turn to talk. No, sir, you are absolutely 100% correct. That is the only correct answer to QE. QE, you are in a category, not in a category error. That is a malformed question. Science will only elucidate cause and effect relationship, and the nature of Earth aspects or shapes is not the purview of the scientific method. It is a malformed question. You were absolutely correct.
By not stating QE, that's a malformed question, you have shown without a shadow of a doubt that you are absolutely clueless what natural science and the scientific method is. You'd fail 5th grade general science. Thanks a lot, Globey.
Yeah, after getting the right answer from a random person on the Discord server. I couldn't see who it was. It might not be a random person, but I'm assuming it is. We got Omnivore, the guy who made that glaring error that we're all he's blissfully unaware of and we're acutely aware of. He decides to talk through the top of the correct answer actually coming. Not, I'll just give you maths. Not only give you maths, I'll give you flat earth maths for scientific evidence of a globe. Now, first, you need to identify the fact that that's a category error. Science doesn't deal with shapes and aspects. Cause and effect only.
We actually asked. He actually asked for a citation to prove it was a category error that science doesn't deal with shapes.
Yeah, but also his answer was going toward the right answer before just correcting the question, because he was talking about celestial navigation, measuring angles and those things. Yeah, he was going toward the right answer. So shapes, and he was using geometry, measure of angles, so measurement and maths and geometry. So that's the right path, but he had to just acknowledge that the question first was incorrect, not to use that answer as being scientific. So he considered the answer for him, for me, I understand that from his answer, it was considered as being scientific.
Correct. It's a very clever phraseology from QE. It's a scientific...
I can prove it using a scientific method. I can prove it using a scientific method.
Hold on a second. It's a scientific literacy litmus test. That's what it is.
Did somebody say they could prove it with the scientific method? Really?
After we've just pointed out it's a
I
category
can prove it with the scientific method. We can go through every step and prove the Earth is a globe right now.
All right. Observe natural phenomena, please.
Stars in the sky, comets going across the sky, the sun. Those are phenomena we didn't know about.
Just pick one. Just pick one.
Well, no, that's how there's stages to this, right? So I can show you how we can go from the first stage to the last stage to prove it's a globe. But you don't want to do that. I'll do it right now.
Observe natural phenomena is singular.
Okay, well, pick one. You want one star in the sky. What's number two?
Hold on, everyone slow down a second. Did you say stars in the sky?
I can prove the Earth is a globe through a scientific method. We'll go through each stage that'll end up leading to why we have a globe.
Got that.
Because We proposed something.
Oh
we studied
my
it.
god!
We actually demonstrated.
Oh my god! So stars,
Rob.
yes.
Stars in
Your
the
naturally
sky
observed
was your
phenomenon. We're going
observed
step
natural
by
phenomena.
step.
This is
So
going to
yes.
be tedious.
Just need a yes. You said it. I'm affirming that that's what you've said. We've said pick one. That's one of them. You just need to say yes. Otherwise, no, I'm not going to carry this on. I'm going to ask the mods to end this if you don't just affirm what you friggin' said 25 seconds ago. So stars
Yes,
then.
natural phenomena. Yes, natural phenomena, such as if you want to pick one in the stars in the sky, the way they move, or you want to pick Coriolis. There's many different phenomena.
What a wanker. I just don't want to carry this on with a wanker. So he says start. Now he's talking through me again. Now he's talking through me, pointing out what a wank. Now he's talking through me. Now it's audio chaos because a wanker's decided to join in the discussion. So wanker's going to cause audio chaos. 4 times. One of the things on his list was stars. I ask if it's a yes. 4 times. You can pick Coriolis is the answer. What a wanker. This is globe-believing wanker 101. Yeah? So you can't just say yes to one of the things you said. You've got to tell me that I can pick one of the things you said. Yeah, I did when I said stars and asked you to affirm that that's the one you want to pick 4 times. But because you're a wanker with a globe belief, you've got to behave like this. You can't just say a simple yes. You're mentally retarded. That's beyond your mental capabilities, isn't it? So no, I don't want to carry on the conversation anymore. You've proved yourself to be a wanker. Someone unreasonable, someone incapable of having a normal conversation. Because when we try, and you pin it down with 50 things, and we try and pin you down to one, you tell me I can pick one, and give me 3 more. That wanker behaviour's not reasonable. Meanwhile, just so we do the end of that little tete-a-tete shite from a globe-believing zealot cuck. Stars? What's that, stars? Like a concrete noun? Stars, there's nothing happening! Idiot! Dealing with retards. Globe believers are just stupid idiot victim retards. That's what they are. Losing patience with them. Go away and be thick elsewhere.
I find it unfortunate that he couldn't hold himself together just to provide one thing. As you said, he had to go provide a whole bunch. Didn't even hold it together.
Yeah. Essentially, you're saying it's a shame he could only scattergun. No, I will only participate if I scattergun you with multiple claims. If you try and peg me down to one, I'll tell you you can pick one and give you 3 more options. Prick, piss off. I'm not playing frigging games with these idiots anymore. Games? That's what you're playing? Games? Okay, well, I'll play your games with your stupid fundy sphere belief. We know it's measured flat. This game won't make any difference. It'll just demonstrate to an audience that you're a prick. Because you are. You're all like it. This is how you think it's reasonable to behave to defend a globe faith. Oh, just behave like a prick.
And may I say something very fast?
Yeah, sure.
So Killian, he didn't pass the first step in the scientific method.
Nope.
So he struggled to just provide just the first step, which is the natural phenomenon that we observe. So that's the first step. We didn't pass the first step in his first argument.
Exactly. He failed at step 1. Observed natural phenomena. He gave a concrete noun. Then he said Coriolis. What a not actual deflection. You're like, you retards. You're going to give me an illusion and claim it's a phenomena. You bloody fools think illusions are phenomena. Ugh. Thick as shit.
Yeah.
Well, I believe the whole idea of this entire thing is to actually have a conversation versus just minute-manning and splooging all over the start of the conversation. Take your time, right? Build the conversation so that things can be effectively sussed out versus just saying blah, it's all this, and work your way through this pile of inconclusive evidence I've just provided.
How do you build a conversation when the first statement out the gate is wrong?
Yeah.
How do you do that?
Listen to how stupid it sounds. So you ask me, for example, about gravity, and you ask me about what the observed phenomena. Imagine me telling you apple. That's the observing apple.
Tree.
Then physics of water, so something irrelative, like he said, Coriolis effect, irrelevant to star. And pick what you want. Pick it. You are the one who said that have multiple arguments. Just give us one.
He meant it literally. I want to give you scattergun arguments. That's what he actually means. Multiple, yeah, I'll throw as much crap at the wall as I possibly can in one go.
Wait, I'm sorry. I was busy working. So after the phenomenon of stars, what he went to Coriolis?
Stars is not a phenomena.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah, at least with Coriolis you could say, well, it's called an effect. Yeah, you can observe that happening, but the thing you're observing is an illusion based on your movement. There is nothing actually happening at all in terms of the object that you're observing. It's traveling in a straight line. So what's the effect?
Yep.
It curving. It's not curving. So there is no actual physical effect. It's an illusion. We're going to science this illusion. These people are numpties. I mean, it's got to be painful if you're a globe believer in this server, because from what I heard when we first arrived here today is there's people populating this server that are globe believers. What gives? And you're like, well, that makes sense. Most people think they're on a ball. But when you listen to people like us ripping that religious belief to pieces and showing you how actual practically applied measurements prove Earth's flat, that's got to be quite painful for you globe believers in this panel. Especially when you start appealing to the evidence you thought you had, and we point out how that's worthy of a welcome to flat Earth when you're using sea level, and then violating angle measurements with respect to the surface by saying sea level, oh, that curves. Obviously axiomatically idiotic, but there we go, I'm going to state it in defiance of every single definition ever. Idiots, globe believers. It's got to be painful. I pity you. Or I used to pity you. It's getting less and less. I can't be honest. I just think you're stupid. More fool you. Been fun being in Discord. Thank you very much for having us. Always a pleasure being in the Discord politics server on a Friday. Fun has been had with all. Any last remarks from my server? My panel, I should say, before we part company with the Discord server? Or at least part company with your live audience? Clearly not. With that, I'll say if you are watching this on either Nathan Oakley 1980 or Nathan Oakley premiering streams, then stay tuned, as there will be an after show to follow. Unfortunately, though, if you are watching this live, this is where we bid you farewell. So, another massive thank you to all of you who smashed the super chat, gifted memberships, liked, commented, shared, subscribed, all that good stuff. Another massive thank you to a few people who bailed me out to get new headlights on my car. Thank you very much for all of you who hit the PayPal link. Really do appreciate it. I've been Nathan Oakley once again. Stay tuned. A massive thank you to today's Politics 24/7 Discord server. Moderators will stick a link so you can join that exceptional server if you choose to do so. Another massive thank you to my G+ panel, and I'll see you all in the next video.